there's a funny little clip here where Bobby Lee mentions the name of his special and what he's doing when he's going to drop it. And I'll kind of give my opinion on the other side. There's another little segment here where Bobby Lee mentions about recording his own special, which I think is coming on Hulu.
Yeah, we didn't do Netflix. They didn't want us around.
Yeah.
They said no thanks to us.
But you guys did Hulu, which is great.
It is.
Do something new, spread it out. Yeah.
We're trying.
Which is great. You know, boys, if Theo got Hulu, he won't be happy, which is great. All the comedians I think for comedians, Hulu is like HBO. I don't know, sorry. For comedians, Netflix is like HBO. I don't think HBO has the cachet it once had before, especially not nowadays. Nowadays, obviously, it's more so to do with TV, but I don't think HBO before in the past used to have a bit of a name because of stand-up specials. But I think nowadays, for a comedian, a Netflix special is like the stamp of approval that you've made it, you know? So I don't think any comedian's happy with Hulu. Honestly, I don't think any. Maybe unless you're Bill Burr. Bill Burr probably went to Hulu because they gave him a lot more money, a lot more creative license, you know what I mean? So you can imagine that would work out for you. But I think most comedians would probably take less money to sign with Netflix because of the brand recognition of having a special on Netflix, you know? That's what they'll do. But what do I know?
And what is what's yours called, Bobby?
Finally.
Oh.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
Finally. It's time. It's about
You
time.
like it or no? Be real.
Yep.
No, be real. No, be real. Be real. Be real.
I do like it. I was just thinking if I like it, and I do.
Yeah, you got to give them a second to think about it. Give me some other suggestions.
That's a really good name though, isn't it, no? Isn't that a really good name for a special? Bobby Lee's special coming up is called Finally. That's a really good name. But I also think it's going to be one of his biggest mistakes of his career. I'm going to go on record of saying I think Bobby Lee dropping a comedy special will end up being one of the biggest mistakes of his career. I think part of the charm of him is that he doesn't have a special. Part of the charm of him is that you have to see him in person to see him perform. And part of the charm is that he's done the same act for 25 years, right? Plus. I think once he records it and puts it on camera, once he records it and puts it on streaming, once he records it and lets people see it, and people see how mediocre it is, it's gonna make him look terrible. I think, unfortunately, I think it's gonna hurt his reputation. I don't think people need to see it on video. I don't think so. I'd like to be proven wrong, but I think it's gonna really hurt. It's gonna hurt him. It's gonna hurt him if he records it. I think he should have never recorded a special, especially nowadays. I don't think anyone really cares about specials. I honestly don't think anybody cares about specials nowadays. I think you can really get away with just posting fucking crowd work clips or just clips in general on social media and letting people come and see you in person. You don't really need to put a special out at all. I don't think so. But obviously it's money that you don't want to turn down. There's opportunities for the future. You might want to just get that work documented somewhere so you can move on and do other material, you know? There's that part of it as well. But I just think in general, he's going to probably regret it. I think in general, he's going to probably regret doing the special. I don't think it's going to pan out the way he thinks it's going to pan out. It's people are going to see him on camera. They're going to see it. They're going to be, oh my God, this is so fucking bad. And they're going to wonder how he's been able to quote unquote get away with it for like 25 years, you know? I don't think it's going to work out. I could be wrong, but I think it's going to be the worst mistake he's ever made of his career. Big up Izanella, you're wrong. He need to clean the slate and build a new one. Yeah, maybe, brother. Like I said, the hot takes are hot takes because they're hot and they're controversial and they're probably not rooted in any kind of facts or anything, and they could be wrong. So let's see. I guess we'll have to wait and see. When it drops, we'll see. But I have a feeling it's not going to work out for him. That special is going to do more harm than good to Bobby Lee. For sure, it's going to do more harm than good. Because I always see in the comments, I'm always in the Reddits, I always see when people go to see him perform live, they're, oh shit, I saw him perform live at this other place. I was in Fort Lauderdale, then I saw him perform in Arizona, 7 years apart. It's the same material. And they're always kind of shocked and somewhat fucking disappointed. It felt like they've been kind of scammed money-wise because they've, waited 7 years to see him and he's doing the same fucking material. Beat for beat, bar for bar. So I think when people see that, and his material, from what I remember seeing from before, because I saw him perform once at the fucking Laugh Factory when I went to LA for that first time. I think he was performing, and that night I was there, he was performing. Most of his stuff was like shouty stuff, like, physical, all that kind of shit. Like, I don't know. That stuff is already kind of hard to do well, That type of comedy is hard to do well. That kind of physical, shouty, Ralphie May. I don't know Ralphie May. I forgot the other guy I'm trying to think of. That kind of shouty comedy, the kind of, physical comedy stuff is hard to do well. I don't know. And Bobby Lee sometimes is an acquired taste, I said before, he can sometimes annoy me a little bit, but I think he's an acquired taste, so I don't think it's going to work out. In my personal opinion, I don't think it's going to work out. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's going to work out.
Real, be real.
I do like it. I was just thinking if I like it, and I do.
Yeah, you got to give him a second to think about it. What? Give me some other suggestions of names you might call it if it was up to you.
Finally.
We talked about finally.
Yeah.
I thought finally, like finally.
Yeah.
Like fine.
Yeah.
This guy's fine.
Yeah.
No, Z, I'm still an optimist. Never that. We turned AZ like this. No longer an optimist, not after sure. No. I'm always optimist. I'm always gonna have my glass half full, sorry, not half empty. I'm always gonna be a half glass full person, not half glass empty person. I'm always going to be optimistic, but I think I'm also wanting to be realistic. I'm a combination of an optimist and a realist. I just think in this current climate, I think it would be a bit. The only reason why a special would make sense is if you got a lot of money. Like if I was advising someone, if I was a comedian's manager, if I was a comedian's agent, the only reason why you take the deal to do the special is because of the exposure it could give you, and also the money. That's the only reason why you do it. But I think overall, if I had a client as a comedian, I'd probably steer them away from doing a special. And I'll just put the money back into the pod, put the money back into the live shows, making that more of an experience, you know? Maybe looking at ways of getting the client, quote unquote, the comedian on other shows outside of comedy to touch different sort of fan bases, get them on Gen Z type of pods, get them to do more TikToks and shit, whatever that may be, to kind of, you know, blow that stuff up more so than I'll be doing the special. I don't think specials are necessary. I don't think they are. Maybe you could actually flip it. You know how people do specials every year? Maybe there's an argument to be said. Maybe if you want to get rid of the material, like somebody mentioned here before, I think Izanella, right? Like Izanella mentioned, this, like I might be wrong. The special might be a good chance for me to clear the slate. Maybe if I had a client that was a comedian, I'd say to them, okay, cool. Instead of doing a special every year and kind of following the Louis C.K. method or that kind of schedule that all comedians kind of try and chase, let's do a special every 5 years. Let's maybe do it every 5-year blocks. So if you want to get rid of that material, you're right. If you want to date that material, let's do it specials in 5-year blocks. But then I will also I also put it on YouTube. I wouldn't do a big special with like a big streaming platform. I'll just fucking have it on fucking YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Fuck it. Just live stream it on fucking YouTube. Have it available for the fans to watch for free. Easy peasy. And then obviously cut the things up, put it on top of other social media platforms. But I don't think having a special every year, every couple of years is necessary. Maybe every 5 years to just get rid of the material, to kind of, to create like a time capsule of what you did at that particular time, present the idea, whatever. But I think overall, just doing pods, going on other people's shows, releasing clips of you doing maybe some material at shows. I won't do crowd work. I think that's how you flip it. If it was me and I'd manage someone, I'll flip it and say, don't do crowd work, because everyone does that. I'd flip it and say, actually put out bits of your material, because you're not going to do a special until year 5 anyway. So let's just take certain jokes out from stuff I've seen you do in live shows and put them up on the fucking social media, And because most clubs don't allow you to record anyway, you'd be the only one with that footage. So you'd be, that would work out better. But I could be wrong. Let's see how it plays out.
Sorry, I didn't even laugh there. That's the thing that happened. And then Lee at the end.
Got it.
Steve's brother.
Steve's brother's real.
Oh, that's a good one. Steve's brother. Yeah.
What's your mom's name?
Jeannie.
Jeannie's boy.
Dude, my mom's Gina.
Whoa. Why not?
We should put them together somewhere.
Yeah.
We should.
That's the only way to respond to what he just said.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Dude, we should put them together somewhere.
Why not?
To do what?
Huh? Be around each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you said you're
absorb energy, huh?
Absorb each other's energy. Didn't you say Stevie's out to live with your mom now, right?
Yeah.
And why did he move out there?
Because I needed an eye on her.
What is she up to?
Some dark stuff, man.
Like, what do you mean, like S?
Okay, anyway, but you get it, just pretty decent. So Bobby Lee's special coming out. It's called Finally. It'll probably be available out on Hulu. I don't think it's going to be a good idea. It's going to make him look bad, because I don't think he's that funny, and people are going to be surprised to see the type of jokes he's been getting away with for 25 plus years. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong.